Salvador Brinkman here. Welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about a few easy ways that you can increase your website conversions. And by that I mean, if you have person A who has a website, you send 100 people to that website, let's just say 5 of those people turn into buyers, versus person B who you have 100 visitors and 10 of those people turn into buyers. That is a massive difference. And that person B is going to be way more successful than person A, and also going to be way more profitable as a business. So I want to show basically how to bridge the gap and a few easy ways that you can improve conversions on today's video. When it comes to improving conversions, you have to think about visitors on your website not as being like passive page views or visitors or these different things, but these are real people existing in the world. They're real individuals. They're going and getting coffee in the morning. They're going to grocery store. They're going and dining out with their significant other. They're going to the movies on the weekends. These are actual human beings with thoughts and feelings and credit cards and all these different things. They have a home. They have families. When you start to think of these individuals, if you send 100 visitors to your website, it's easy to sort of distance yourself from those people. When you start to think of them as actual individual human beings, your perspective begins to change a little bit. I find it to be kind of hard for people who are just getting started with e-commerce to think about these people as human beings. So one of the easy things that I would recommend initially is to set up some kind of conversion tracking, and also, if possible, some kind of website viewing. So a great tool out there is called Inspectlet. INSPCTLET, Inspectlet. This tool will give you heat map tracking. This tool will give you session viewing. So you can actually view people's sessions on the website. And in that way, you can sort of see how users are interacting with your site. Rather than trying to play guesswork, you can visibly see someone came to the page today. They went on the website and they're looking through this particular, the blog section, or they're looking through this product image, or they're scrolling down and they stop at this particular section. Getting a sense actually of how people are using your website in real time is so powerful, because then you can adjust the design of your website. So using a tool like Inspectlet is a great way to begin to start improving conversions and starting to think about these people as human beings rather than just as passive website visitors. Another way that you can improve conversions is by using a well-designed, optimized e-commerce store. And a lot of people that are beginning and just kind of getting started, they think that they build a custom store that's a hire a developer or something like that. You can use something simple like Shopify to set up an online store, and in that way you get to choose from a bunch of different themes that look really professional. You get to choose from different apps that extend the functionality of your site, and you get analytics. It's really, in my opinion, to have analytics, it's a no-brainer, because in order to actually get all this yourself, if you're building a custom online store, you would have to spend lots and lots of money to hire a developer, to do all the integrations, to get analytics and traffic data and sales data, and you get all that with Shopify. It's a really incredible investment. I have another video out there on YouTube that is a Shopify tutorial showing you how to set up a Shopify website. So I'll make sure to link to that down below, that tutorial, but it's a great and a killer way, in my opinion, to set up a store and to make sure that you don't have a website format and a website design that is not optimized for conversions, or that's not well designed enough to even convey professionalism. Another tip I have for you here when it comes to improving conversion is to make sure that you get high res images and high resolution video on your site. People believe what they see, not what they read. Yes, copywriting is very powerful, and sending someone to your website, like, you think that the product is good. You've seen the product in person. You know that it's worth their money, it's worth their time even to look into, but they don't know that. The only way you can convey the emotions that you feel towards this product, or the excitement that you feel, and get someone else to feel the same way, is with high quality images and with high quality video. And what do I mean by that? I don't just mean a photo of the product, taken from like looking down on the product or something like that. I mean interesting angles, interesting backgrounds where this product can be used. Is it used in the office? Is it used when you're hiking? Is it used when you're biking or something like that? show people using the product and show them using it in the environment in which the product is going to actually be used, and if possible, in many different environments. And when you do that, people begin to imagine, oh wow, if I was at the office, this is how this would look. Or if I was walking down the street, this is how this would look. And they also vibe off of the model or the person who is using the product. They're like, oh, this person looks exactly like me. Oh, okay. So this is how I would use it in my own life. And it starts to trigger some of those thoughts and almost creates a mental movie or a mental picture of them using it in their own life. Not everyone's going to do this, of course, but the people that are interested in buying it will certainly imagine, okay, I would use it here, or okay, I could see myself using it here. Same thing goes with the video. Just having some high quality video clips that you can either put on Instagram, you can put on your website, you can put in your social media, and sort of drive people to your site, but also on your site, convert people much better because they can watch the video, they can see it, see how high quality it is. When you see a high quality video, you're more likely to think this product is also going to be high quality. Keep in mind, if you're using something like your iPhone, it's not really that great of a video, it's going to also translate that the product might not be that great or it's not very well thought out. So make sure you have high quality, high resolution images and videos. That is a surefire way to improve conversions on your website. I want to take a second to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Fulfillment. Fulfillment is a turnkey solution for helping you get the products out there to your customers and to your backers. Whether you're doing a Kickstarter campaign or an Indiegogo campaign, eventually you're going to have to do order fulfillment and get those rewards out there into the hands of your backers. So what these guys do is they basically offer a streamlined service for you, and they take all that headache away. I highly recommend outsourcing this element of your campaign because it's going to make everything easier in the future. If you want to learn more about Fulfillment, I'm going to include a link down below in the description of this YouTube video. But in addition, you can also check it out on the web at fulfillrite.com, and you can learn more there. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the video. Another easy way to improve conversions is to make sure that you have things like abandoned cart functionality. So cart abandonment, I think, is an issue that not a lot of people think about, but when people are interested in your product, but for whatever reason, maybe they weren't sure about something and they abandoned their cart, this is an opportunity for you to recoup a lot of potential sales, and in that way, improve conversions. So having different plugins out there, if you're using Shopify, using different apps or whatever website, you know, your WordPress or whatever, WooCommerce, having some kind of functionality to address abandoned carts or to address things like failed credit cards. These are different ways you can actually recoup a lot of your losses. So if you have a bucket, let's just say, and you're trying to fill up this bucket, but it has a lot of holes in the bucket, it's going to take you longer to fill it up. Versus you plug some of these holes, you're going to fill up the bucket much more quickly. Therefore, the conversions are going to be a lot better. So make sure you deal with this problem of abandoned carts. That's going to be a way that you can improve conversions here. Number 5 doesn't actually have to do with the website itself, but it has to do with the people that are coming. And I also want to touch on that in my next point as well. The people that are coming to your website. So some people, there's different frames of mind. Some people are initially interested in becoming a buyer. They're searching for the product. They're actually looking to make a purchasing decision very, very quickly. Other people are browsers. They're not actually really that interested yet. They're kind of interested, almost you'd say like window shoppers, or they're walking through the mall and they're like, if something catches their fancy, maybe they would buy something. Versus you have other people who are going specifically to that store because they want to buy something. So you have different types of people out there. So what you want to do is you want to create a funnel that basically addresses each of these types. So some people, by doing some of this stuff that we talked about up here, will convert individuals who are already looking to buy or are very already much interested in the problem and solutions to that problem. Other people are just kind of vaguely interested. So what I would do is I would set up some kind of a lead capture. A lead capture that's designed, if we have, let's just say, a funnel here, the people that are just kind of on the outskirts, general interest, we'll say, the lead capture is meant to capture either their email address or to do a Facebook Messenger bot or something, and that's going to continue to arouse their interest. Maybe having sales, sending them updates about that, or sending them about how cool ways that you're using the product, or just celebrating milestones. You're moving people from general interest all the way down the funnel to eventually when they want to convert into a sale. Now here's a good example of this. I recently bought a new watch. from Vincero, and I didn't even think about buying a Vincero watch, but then they sent me an email newsletter about some of the cool new products that they were talking about. They're talking about their celebration of like their recent anniversary. I was like, wow, that's really interesting. Hey, I didn't even think about Vincero. They have any even cool watches out there. I went and I browsed the website. I found a watch that I liked, and I was like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna buy it. So that simple email, that simple communication, I wasn't even thinking about buying a watch necessarily, but it kind of got me in the mood of thinking about the watch. It just kind of, by sending me a simple email, it went from number 10 on my awareness scale and on my to-do list to number 3, to number 2, to number 1. So by sending regular communications, what you're trying to do is you're trying to stay on the top of people's minds. The more you're on their mind, or at least in their awareness, the more likely they are to start to move down this scale. And as they begin to recognize the value you provide, the high quality products, all these different things, and the fact that this is something that's kind of cool, that they might want in their life, they're more likely to convert then into a sale. So you always want to be finding and capturing these kinds of general interest customers. And that's, again, another way to plug some of the holes in the bucket. And they might not convert right away, but they might convert a month from now. They might convert 2 weeks from now. They might convert even 3 months from now. I have people who have been on my email list and they converted, a year down the road. And I just didn't even know about it. I was just sending my list regular emails and these different things and keeping on the top of their mind. That is the name of the game when it comes to making sure that you improve conversions overall with your website. Another thing on the element of individuals and human beings is making sure that you're sending the right traffic. When you're getting started, it's easy to kind of just be like almost like glamorize, I would say, the fact that you're getting lots and lots of website visitors or lots and lots of traffic to your website, but you don't actually think about who those individuals and who those human beings are. And that is the name of the game when it comes to e-commerce. You gotta be sending the right people to your website. If you end up sending 100,000 people to your website, let's just say you're selling heels, right? and you send 100,000 people, 100,000 visitors to that website. They come all from Reddit, or they come from some other social bookmarking site. And you're like, wow, look at this influx of traffic. You find out that all of these people are guys, and a very small percentage actually making orders, maybe because some of them are just buying these products for their girlfriend or their wife or something like that. But if they don't have the money to spend, if they don't suffer from the problem that your product solves, if they're not interested, if they basically aren't in your target demographic, it is not going to matter. So make sure that you're sending the right people. Otherwise, all this stuff you do up here is not going to matter at all when it comes to conversions, because they aren't the right people. The last and the final tip that I want to mention on this video when it comes to improving e-commerce conversions has to do with believability. Everyone's selling everything online, and some people are great in terms of having a reliable business, and other people are not, and they're very untrustworthy. The more trust factors and the more social proof which you can show on your online store, the more likely you're going to convert people into buyers. Just think of it this way. If you come across a YouTube video, or you come across, let's just say you're going to buy a product, or you're going to go buy in a store, in a library, and you see this book is a best-selling book. So many people are saying great things about it. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's a Wall Street Journal bestseller. So many people love it. It's been on Oprah, etc. You're more likely to at least read the back cover of that book, if not the first chapter, and see maybe if you'd be interested in it, versus another random book that has no accolades. It's kind of in the back corner. That's not fully presented in the display right up in front, and so you can see it. The more trust signals that you display on your website, the more you can show people that this is a product that's worth their time, whether that's customer reviews or security things or whatever it is that's going to relate to the product that you're trying to sell, and to convince people that this is something that's worth their time, and to show that social proof is going to convert them much more. So my final tip for you is show trust signals, and also to show social proof, which is a marketing terminology, which basically just says, show that other people like this product, that they're happy customers, that they're satisfied buyers. You can even do stuff like you can implement with Shopify. You can implement an app which shows that when someone else recently bought the product, which is kind of like a social proof trust signal, if people are buying this regularly, you're more likely to be like, okay, this is a legit company, versus if no one bought this thing in the last year and you're the first customer, it's probably not going to be as it's going to feel a little bit weird when you're making that purchasing decision. So hopefully these videos, hopefully some of the tips I share shared in this video were helpful for you. My name is Salvador Brinkman. Give me a thumbs up if you did like this video. And if you're interested in learning more about crowdfunding specifically, check out some more videos on this channel. Got a lot of great content out there. I'll include some links in the description and also the one to the Shopify video and also Shopify itself if you want to learn more about that website. But I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time.